Hey everybody, it's DisneyBoy21 here and welcome back to another hair tutorial. And today we're going to be restyling Kitty Cheshire's hair and make her the fairest kitty in all of ever after. Alrighty, so today we're going to be restyling Kitty Cheshire's hair and okay, so first of all I just want to say that this tutorial is going to be on her hair restyle only, and I will do the arm warmers and the repaint tutorials in a separate video because I don't want this video to be too long and I still have to go to the paint store to get some paint for that video, so that will come in a separate video, but right now we're going to focus on her hair first. And Kitty have really soft hair, it's like super soft as I've said in my review, and her hair quality is really great from all the basics that I've seen so far, so even if you don't have time to do the actual full restyle, you can just use your fingers or a brush to just like twist her hair like this and let it fall and it will stay twisty like that. So if you don't have time, you can do this like 3-second alternative. So you're gonna need a brush or a comb, a big bowl and a slightly smaller bowl for the hot water, a normal hair conditioner of any sort, a spraying bottle, a pair of scissors, some small clear rubber bands, a few big size straws, bobby pins, and some clear tape as well. But for those who are going to go all the way like me, let's start. So first of all, just take her hair down and take off her headband and accessories as well so we can give it a nice brush before we wash her hair. So if you guys want to know how that's done, you can click on the annotation on the screen to go check it out in one of my other videos. But right now I'm going to go wash her hair and I'll be right back. Ooh, her hair is defying gravity. It's still holding up even without the ties. Alright, so we're back after washing her hair and I have already parted her hair into different sections that I'm gonna style, and as usual I'm gonna show you guys the reference pictures that I looked at and explain you what the partings are about. So her partings are really straightforward and simple. It's just we have the two pigtails that I've currently parted here. I haven't tied them back just yet, and then we have the two little pieces at the front which are gonna be forming her little curly fringes right there. So basically that's the 4 parts that we need to section. And when you're parting the hair for her pigtails, you need to part it exactly where it's meant to be parted, which is right here. That's her original parting that she came with. You need to find it back if you get lost after washing her hair, because that's the exact part where her hair would look nice if you part it. See, you don't see any bald spots in between, but if you part it like in a different parting that's not meant to be, you're gonna see these bald spots here. So yeah, so that's the thing you need to take note of when you're parting your hair. Alright, so now for the styling part, I'm going to be basing our look mainly on the webisode version of her hair. We do have a few options though. We have the doll promo pictures that I'm not going to be following. Her hair is supposed to be these really cute twisty type of pigtails with her hair twisting around it like in a huge loop. I'm going to try my best and get these loopy, twisty, whatever you want to call it, pigtails as best as I can. So that's what I've planned for now. And then for the fringes or her bangs, we have these 2 parts that I'm going to be braiding it, so they're going to be wavy, and then I'll just tie it at the back like this. So that's the vision for now. Let's hope we manage to get that look, and well, let's get started. Okay, first up we're going to be braiding these parts at the front first. We're just going to mist it a little bit to make it easier to work with, and we're going to just like braid them up. You guys know how to braid, right? Just kidding, of course you do. And next up, we're gonna retie her hair into those pigtails before we curl it. So wait, you can reuse the rubber bands that you took off from her. Do one side by side so that you don't get the parting mixed up again. And comb it upwards like this because we're gonna tie it high so that her pigtails are gonna be falling bouncy nicely, just like that. Use your rubber band and just tie it up. Right, so we are done tying up the piggy tails, and I tried on her headband just to see if it fits nicely, and it does. So right now we're gonna move on with the curling. So as you can see in the picture, her big loop of hair seems to be like different pieces of hair just twining into that to form that big loop. So I was thinking that instead of doing like a one huge curl loop like that, I'm gonna try to do several different pieces, and then after they're done, I'm gonna remove them and just, you know, put back those several different pieces into one loop. So it's gonna look like different pieces of hair are forming that loop. You guys get what I mean? So that is what I'm planning to do, and I'm gonna be using these big straws, but what I did is that I cut them up and I made them into these little cone-shaped straws. myself because her curl seems to start big at the top, and as it goes down, kind of gets narrow and pointier. So yeah, so that's why I made these cone shaped ones, so that it's gonna start big and then it's gonna turn narrow at the bottom. So I'm not sure if it's gonna work or not because I've never tried before. They might just, end up being the same size as any other straw, but well, we'll never know if we don't try, right? So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll show you guys how to make those cone ones. So you just take a big size straw, a normal one like that, and what you want to do is just cut it in the middle. And after you cut open in the middle like this, just roll it up to form that cone. And after you have formed the cone shape, just hold it at the base, just tape it up like this. And there we go, you have your cone shaped straw. And make sure you leave a little hole at the bottom for the bobby pin to go through, and be careful because as you roll up, the tip can get pointy and sharp, so be careful not to poke anyone or anything, or don't poke yourself. If you want to be safe, you can cut off that part to get rid of that pointy end and brush it nicely. So I decided to do 3 parts on each side, so altogether you're going to need about 6 straws, and then you just part a moderate amount. The excess part, oh, it flew off really far. And then put your bobby pins in. Now just continue with the rest of the parts of the hair. Alright, so as you can see, the curlers are all set as well as the braids. So the next step is going to be dipping the hair in the hot water to set the curl. So this is pretty much basically the same thing as boil washing, but if you still want to know how that's done, you can click on the annotation on the screen to go check it out first. But right now, I'm going to go dip her hair in the hot water, and then I'm going to leave it to dry for overnight, and I'll be right back tomorrow. Alright, so we're back and let's do this. Another day just gone by so quickly. So I left her overnight for her hair to dry and for the curls to set in. And right now we're gonna undo the curls and style it accordingly. Alright, so we're gonna start. So as usual, just pull out the bobby pin, one from the top and one from the bottom. And just slide out the straw. And there, you have it. So undo all of the curlers and I will see you again when it's done. Alright, so we've got our curls from the pigtails out, and the next thing we're going to do is, as you can see, there are 3 separate pieces, so we're going to try to combine them back into one single piece, just like that one. Alright, so I'm back after styling the pigtails, and I will fully explain you how I styled it in a little while, but right now we're going to move on to the bangs, so just undo the braids. So after you undo the braids, what you want to do is just pull them back here and just tie them at the back. Right, so let's do that. And ta-da! Here we have Kitty with her completed hair restyle, and I've already put back her accessories and her outfit to give you guys a completed look. So right now I'm gonna walk you through how I styled her hair. So starting with the curls and the pigtails. So what I did is that after I removed the 3 pieces, I brushed them back together into this one lock, and then I just used my fingers to roll them back into this little loop here on both sides, so that it did turn out to be just a one. Oh my god! My phone almost broke. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna cut that out. I'm gonna leave it in there just for you guys to laugh. So, okay, where was I? Right, so it did turn out to be a single loop of hair, but just like in the webisode, it looks like several different pieces of hair are twining together to form that loop just the way that I wanted. And then here is the side and the back. Alright, so that's the pigtails and the curls. And then moving on to her bangs. So the bangs are pretty simple, as you can see. After I undid the braid, I just pull them back, not too tight, because if you make it too tight, the waves are gonna lose its shape because it's being pulled too hard. So I just tie them back loosely at the back, and then I kind of cheated and I put the leftover pieces of hair inside her blouse and just velcro it back so it stayed nicely there. The original way that her hair was styled is that the bangs are tied at the back and then they're being pulled back into the ponytail together. For me, I've already tied the ponytails and I don't want to take them out and retie them again, so I just pull them back and I kind of hide them in there. Well, it works, so I really love how the wavy bangs turn out just like in the picture. Yeah, so this is another final 360 look of Kitty. Alright, so about the cone straws that I made, I kind of hope that their hair would go slimmer as it goes down, but since her hair is not that long, it kind of doesn't work that well. If it was a longer hair doll like this Spring Unsprung Kitty, it would have worked better. So if you're doing a restyle on her hair, I would suggest that you just go ahead and use the normal size straw straight away and skip the coning part, because it kind of ends up being the same size. But if you're doing it on the Spring Unsprung Kitty, this will work because her hair is much longer than the basic kitty. So there. Alright, so I guess that's it for my tutorial on how to restyle Ever After High Kitty Cheshire's hair. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video and loved how she turned out, and best of luck to you as well if you're going to be restyling your own Kitty Cheshires. I know you guys are going to do so much better than me, so be sure to tag me on Instagram or on Facebook after you completed your restyles. And this tutorial was only for her hair, and like I've said, for her arm warmers and her webisode repaint tutorial, I will be doing that in a separate video soon. I think I will go out to buy some paint supplies next week because it's currently Chinese New Year here, so every store is closed and we're just eating lots of food. So and I will be uploading Cupid's restyle pretty soon as well, so stay tuned for that as well. But right now, please enjoy a few photos of Kitty, and you can also follow me on Instagram at DisneyBoy21 for even more photos. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all soon in my next video. So bye.